These are the materials required for growing microgreens. 2 spoons or ladles, one big, one small. I've taken 2 bowls of seeds. One is broccoli on the right hand side, and the other one is arugula or rocket seeds. Then coco peat, a bottle of water which is from the tap, and in the bottle I have just put 2 capfuls of 5 ml capfuls of hydrogen peroxide, just to keep the whole system clean. And these are 2 trays in which I'm going to do the planting, and 2 cardboard covers to cover it after I've finished the planting. Next, I'm filling up both the trays with coco peat, dry coco peat. I have not wet it as yet. It has to be evenly distributed so that the top surface is quite straight and no bumps. Fill all the corners and keep them all at the same level, the entire tray. The trays are filled to almost 2 centimeters height, or maybe an inch of the coco peat. Just ensuring that there are no lumps and the entire surface is quite flat. It also helps to put one tray into the above and give it a good press, so it sort of straightens out the soil. Next, I'm going to take the seeds. This is broccoli seed I'm taking, and spread it evenly on the coco peat, on the wet coco peat. Let there be no clusters of seed which are very close to each other, because that will hinder the plant from growing. Wherever you see some gaps, you can fill those spaces, because we want a dense layer of the greens. was broccoli. I'm going to do the same thing with the arugula seeds. I have taken 1 tablespoon of the seeds for this size of tray, which is about 9 inches by 10 inches maybe. Yes, I'm going to spray it with some more water. Next, I'm just going to take a very fine powder of the coco peat and just dust it on the top. Doesn't matter if the seeds are visible, they will grow through the medium. Similarly on the broccoli seeds. One more round of watering, and then I will cover it with cardboard sheets and keep it in my kitchen till the seeds germinate. That may take 2 or 3 days depending on the plant and depending on the seed. And every day, morning and evening, I just open it to check whether the soil is wet. If the soil is wet, there's no issue. If it has dried out a little bit, 1 round of spraying needs to be done. This is day 3. Rocket seeds have germinated, and some of the broccoli seeds are also germinating. I've kept it in the veranda so that it gets good sunlight through the day. I'm now going to open it up and keep it in a sunny spot. in a shaded sunny spot, not in direct sunlight. This is what it looks like on day 4. The arugula leaves have started coming, and the broccoli is well sprouted, and you can see just a few leaves coming up. As per the daily routine, I'm going to just spray both the trays so that they remain wet and in the sun. Not fully in direct sunlight, it's in a shady place. It's in the veranda outside our house. Back to our microgreens. This is day 5. They're growing very well. You can see the arugula has grown nice and thick. And the broccoli is also slowly growing. Both the seeds have germinated well, and you can see the first two leaves that come out from any seed. These are called the cotyledons, and they are the source of nourishment for the plant, the initial source of nourishment for the plant. This is where the photosynthesis starts. And if I pull out one and show you, you can see there are 2 leaves in each seedling that I've pulled out. Similarly, for the broccoli also, you can see there are 2 leaves in each seedling. Now as per the daily routine, I'm going to spray gently because they are very delicate plants. I'm going to just gently spray them with water. Wow, look at these microgreens, beautifully grown. This is day 6. The broccoli also has grown well. It's not as dense as the arugula as yet, but it will slowly get there. And this is the stage where the plant has a maximum amount of nutrition, and this nourishes the plant through its lifetime. They say that if you harvest and consume microgreens, you will get 30 or 40% more of nutrition from what you will get by consuming the vegetable or the plant when it's fully grown. As usual, we will spray gently so that they get their dose of water for the day. Day 7. You can see the broccoli has filled up. As usual, I'm just gently spraying it with water. In fact, many people harvest it at this stage itself. You can start taking 2-3 of the leaves and check if you're okay to eat it. Actually, it's very tender at this stage, so it's really nice to eat it at this stage. But maybe we can wait a day and then harvest it. This is day 8. See how well both the microgreens have grown. They are about 2 inches, 2 to 3 inches tall. So clearer here, you can see how tall the broccoli has grown. And the best time to harvest is either in the morning hours or in the early evening hours. So I'm not going to spray it now. This is on the 8th day evening. I've already sprayed it in the morning, so it is the soil is quite wet, and because I want to harvest it now, I don't want the leaves to be very wet. And from today onwards, the better way to water is from the sides of the tray, so that we don't disturb too much of the leaves. Okay, now I will keep my phone down so that I can show you how the harvesting is done. This is the stage at which the plant has very high level of nutrients. The phytonutrients are extremely high for the plant, and so it is the best time to consume or eat these microgreens. Microgreens generally have a lot of fiber, they're antioxidant, and also they are like a multivitamin. They have vitamin A, B, C, D, K, and it's good for your immune system. So you can sprinkle it on anything that you think fit. On an omelette, on a sandwich, in a sandwich, on a soup, in a salad, or anywhere else you think you want to garnish, like we garnish with coriander. This is another way to garnish your food. Use about 20 to 30 grams or a handful of microgreens to garnish one serving. You take a clean scissors and you have to hold a bunch of microgreens a little up, a little bit with your hands, with your left hand, and just start chopping it at the soil level. I hope it's visible. You don't want to be taking too much of the soil because you can't consume the soil. You need to wash these. I've just taken it out in a bowl. You can rinse them in clean water and straight away use them. We generally don't cook microgreens. They're eaten raw. I'm pulling out another bunch. So I've taken some arugula microgreens. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the broccoli. Let me bring this closer so that you have a good view. At the soil level, you can just start snipping it off. These are the broccoli greens. It just needs a rinse and you can use it straight away. And as the week proceeds, you can keep snipping off as much as you need for the day. It's best to cut and eat it immediately or in a few hours. But if you can't do that, you can always store it wash it, dry it on a tissue paper or a kitchen napkin and store it in the fridge for a few days. The soil and the stems that are left behind here, if you can see, there's some coco peat and the stems of the plant which will be left over once you've harvested the entire tray. I generally put it back into my compost bin and don't use it again. So once it gets into the compost bin, it anyway gets composted and it's back again to use for your garden soil. You'll find many recipes and ideas on the internet to how you can use microgreens and where you can use microgreens. So go ahead and enjoy the greens.